Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your magical moon message. This is the Peace Dealer. The moon is in Taurus, making a opening quincunx, or in conjunct to the sun, 2 degrees. This is going to be dope, guys. 7-degree Jupiter, and then 21-degree Uranus. So we are reinitiating the 28-30-day cycle with the moon and these planets. Just for a recap, this is a natural understanding, okay, of the evolution with Jupiter and the sudden awakening with Uranus of what does Taurus represent? Your physical senses. We have done this ever since these planets have been in these signs once a month. The quality and context of these conjunctions we are aware of through the sun. So Libra season in October, we integrated this natural understanding and awakening of our physical senses. Trine Pluto, which is awakening God level power and our ability to do so. Yeah, that's a lot of words. Scorpio season with the 180-degree opposition to Taurus is what harvested your transformation of the awareness of the evolution of how much more strengthened your senses can tap into your reality around you. And now Sagittarius is getting ready to show you what the fuck that looks like. So please get excited, because this is the highest level of magic other than Pisces that quite literally, as part of this season 3, will break you through. Moon and Taurus transits remind you of the natural value you can feel literally physically to you. So before I go into this, stop giving energy to people who are so insecure about your confidence, they literally have to make up lies and rearrange reality just so that they can put you as beneath them. Insecure people need someone to feel better than. So relative to the intensity of these transits, coming out of the moon in Aries, which is very passionate and battle ready, coming into Taurus, is evoking this element of jealousy towards you that will make you feel uncomfortable if you've never really at the core felt yourself as valuable. You may not understand why, and I don't want to frame that people are just hating you. No, I think if anything, you have come into a lot more support in your journey. That doesn't change the fact that there's a much more intensification as you are evolving and you are sharpening your vibration. Well, the vibration of opposing frequencies match that and get stronger. Not that they get stronger in their opposition towards you. So this, in transforming your awareness of everything that you have evolved and are getting ready to ascend through Sagittarius. Before we get into this transit, I just want to reassure you, you are not alone. Not that you might think you're alone, but you are not alone. You are winning and you are kicking ass. And you have to understand that whereas you might be securing yourself, there are a lot of people possessed by demonic influences speaking to the darkness in people's hearts that they did not bring light into and instead spiritually bypassed. And so they can't even control their emotions and reactions and triggers. Who does that enable that to project to? You. So some of you might be trying to understand why certain projections towards you are as irrational as they are. You don't need a logical reason for it outside of the fact that you standing in the authenticity and confidence of your own power is triggering so extremely this quality of psychic attack, projection, uncharacteristic behavior. And Moon in Taurus is going to help you understand how much you are leveling up this natural value, this unspoken confidence that doesn't have to explain itself, which is only going to aggravate those who are obsessed with getting a reaction from you. So I really want you to monitor and observe that, because a transit like this will so very quickly remind you how much you've really grown and evolved. Okay, Really look forward to this. The moon is effectively on the south node in Libra. So this is getting ready to completely unlock fated relationships with people who you may not even be aware are going to be very relevant to your life over the next 10 years. All right. The only thing about this, the key with Chiron and Aries, is that you do not compromise your authenticity in order to, you know what I mean, feel like, oh, well, if I don't change up, then I'll never get an opportunity to get a relationship like this again. Well, let me explain. Venus in Libra will add the charm on opportunities that don't necessarily look too good to be true, but open you up to a more wider core of like-minded individuals or add to your popularity. However, if in attaining these connections, you have to be someone you're not. You have to be a bit fake. Chiron in Aries is saying it is a lot more worth it with the North Node to favor the unpopular opinion in pursuit of your authenticity, even if it means leaving behind these relationships. And unfortunately, a lot of people do not have that much value in themselves to not settle for anything less than 100% than they deserve. Well, the moon in Taurus is going to help you feel that natural worth. And for those of you who do refuse to settle, well, there are gifts that come with this conviction, because you do not rely on external evidence or external rewards in order to feel good within. Those who rely on that are the people who get deceived, manipulated. If you do not rely on any external validation, I cannot buy you. Let's really go into this. The 6th house signature, Virgo signature of this moon in Taurus, is going to give you a sneak peek of who could be bought or not, whose opinions could be bought or not. And this is also, with the Jupiter conjunction, going to level up the quality of how much stronger you could apply your physical senses to this ascended awareness that Sagittarius is sponsoring, which, by the way, Mars has entered Sag, so it's time to kick ass for real. Welcome to part 3 of the I Told You So tour, where your actions are speaking for yourself. And this is going to feel a little weird because many of you may have been so defensive in having to just deal with the, I don't want to say unfairness, but a lot of the odds stacked against you. See, I don't want to pit you as an underdog. A lot of you are thriving out here, but I do want to acknowledge that negative frequency and current. It doesn't have to be like you're being targeted. It's just like a frequency in the air. And if you align with it, cool. If you don't, it's going to oppose you. So this is, while you are maintaining that authenticity, making you so much stronger just because of your maintaining of your authenticity, whereas other people would fold under the pressure. All right. That being said, okay, I really, really want you to enjoy how you're going to see these false structures set up societally crumble in the face of your authenticity alone. And it's going to feel weird to people why they're able to do things to stop the greatest of people, but to you, who they consider an ant, they can't even touch you. This is now starting to have you see the supernatural and extra-dimensional nature of your energy, the quality of your energy, the utilization of how you apply it to your awareness so that you can see beyond the physical. Sagittarius is the all-seeing eye of God. Sextile Aquarius, the mind of God, that helps you see into and beyond infinity. And this is where shit's going to get amazing, because after this, we're going to have that full moon in Gemini. And now in the wisdom we activated, we're going to harvest the true meaning of true Gemini moon, meaning Sun Sag. You're going to feel so much more, I don't want to say psychic attack, but negativity, because your refusal to bend to the pressure is going to infuriate those who feel like they demand leverage over you. And many of you are not going to give into that fear. So you're going to see more of people's true colors. And this is the part of the I Told You So tour and the breakthrough arc where, similar to Scorpio season, you will be laying the goddamn smack down without even having to be physically violent or even yelling at anybody. Whether through a calm demeanor or a passionate expression, it's going to be amazing to see the nature of how much at this stage of harvest, since the 180 degree in Scorpio, we are now getting ready to transform the effect. Mutable signs produce effects. And now that we've taken action in Libra to break through and we strengthen the sauce in Scorpio, it's time to see that effect. And this is where, with that Virgo signature of facts, the moon in Taurus is legitimately grounding the facts. It's literally grounding the reality of this higher vision, to where with Uranus, boom. Like if it was just moon in Taurus, you would be, of course, standing on natural values that can at least help you see at a higher perspective so you don't get lost in just possibilities. But we have Uranus of innovation and Zeus of evolution. So please get ready for a wild fucking ride, guys. This is the type of transit that randomly awakens, seemingly out of nowhere, superpowers. But we've already awakened superpowers. So what this is actually doing is integrating natural techniques that apply this ascended perspective to real habits you can form over the next 2 days to manifest instantly, just like that, based off of what you see and decide that is in your reality. We're taking principles that you've spent the last few months perfecting, so that now, boom, it just happens. And it will bring into context why we had to take so much time, although relatively it was no time at all, mastering these concepts, relearning these concepts. And I just want to congratulate you for your unfailing and uncompromising attitude towards being you and only you. Trust me, certain forces do not like it. And unlike others who are cowards and gave in to peer pressure, you still laying the smack that I fucks with you. I fucks with you. I'm so honored you watch me. I am so honored I get to serve you. Nobody can take this shit away from me. And this is the connection we have. So as, you know, we continue to put people in their place and show people for real who's boss, take the time to really reflect on how much you've grown, because once we come on this full moon, this is a magical carpet ride that's going to sponsor us into Pisces season through Capricorn and Aquarius, where we will awaken greater power and then understand extraordinary knowledge. But before that, it's time to ascend. Trust whatever visions you gain. And once again, like that Uranus conjunction coming at the end of the transit, trine Pluto and sextile Neptune, is going to integrate and bring everything to gear spectacularly. Concepts that just make more sense than ever. But with the Sun and Mars and Sag and Mercury, you are perceiving the same concepts you've learned over the past 6 months at the highest level. It's like you're seeing it clearly. Okay, as Mercury begins to square Neptune as well, this is going to facilitate your ability to sense beyond the physical, whether through synchronicities, in an attempt for you to not so much logically, but I guess we can say intuitively, gain and discern the meaning of events as they unfold and everything that has gotten you up to here. So yeah, really rest, really just tap into your body and prepare for this full moon, because it's going to be truly amazing. What I'm looking forward to here is, of course, the integration of advanced extra-dimensional mechanics with Uranus that are enhanced with Jupiter, that will enable you to literally draw natural energy from outside of this dimension to aid in this ascension of awareness that is going to take you there. All right, to the truth and beyond, to infinity and beyond. Y'all stay blessed as always. Keep kicking ass. A lot of y'all are doing it without even knowing that's what you're doing, because you're staying true and keeping integrity. And all you have to really worry about are outside influences that will attempt to trip you up, whether wanting a reaction from you. Don't pay them any mind. And stay blessed as always.